Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're lucky enough to review the Penelope American Light Whiskey 18-year limited release from 2026. And it's out of Penelope Distillery. Today on Rick House Reviews. Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, it is Ryan.
I am Doug.
And today we have a follow-up to last year's video where we reviewed the 17-year American Light Whiskey from Penelope. It actually did make the bracket.
It did, just barely.
It did, just barely, yeah. This year is their 18-year version. Supposedly they're also releasing a 20-year American Light Whiskey this year. Have not heard. It was supposed to come out around the same time. Have not heard much about it. But today we have the 18-year version, 140.2.
142.
Which does put it in hazmat territory, and I'm very excited about this.
I'm a little scared.
We did crack it. Did we crack it last
We
bourbon
did
night?
not crack this one last bourbon night.
We did not crack it last bourbon night. I already have a backup of this, so we better fucking like it.
Oh, jeez. Too late.
Also,
I mean,
that's our one F-bomb for our PG-13 channel.
And the wonderful Penelope lineup, I feel like we've always kept it high. Granted, our algorithm has changed. Last year, we were doing 25-30, 25-10-10. This year, it is new, it's simpler. It's aroma 30, flavor 30, finish 30, buy again 5 points, which we now do have the option to give it an eggshell. On recommend, also out of 5, which can get the eggshell. But caveats usually apply for why that occurs, and we'll get into that at the end of closer to the end of the video. With that said, if you can help us dominate the wonderful algorithm monster by liking, subscribing, commenting, ringing that bell for notifications, anything else that I can't think of.
Sharing this video with all of your bourbon and American Light Whiskey loving guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Spreading the channel really does help us out. With that being said, I'm excited to get into this, but they have confirmed now on the back of this label, because a lot of people thought this was MGP Light Whiskey.
Right.
This is, in fact, from the old Seagram's distillery.
Yay! Outside of Baltimore?
No, in Indiana.
Outside of... Ooh.
So, a lot of people thought this was MGP Light Whiskey, because for those of you who don't know the history of light whiskey, it was a trend for about 20 years, and it was distilled in response to the rise in vodka and white rum cocktails, and it was to make a lighter whiskey cocktail. Higher proof, higher entry point, second run barrels, less barrel age, so it was a lighter spirit. A lot of them sat around for 18 years and gave us wonderful, wonderful hazmat juice. Today, I'm excited to get into this.
Let's go.
So, yep, 98.2, I believe, and a second run bourbon barrel. God, I put my nose too hard in that. Woo. Yeah, that's there. That
Wake me up before you go. Hello.
Hello.
I am a hazmat whiskey. Please enjoy me responsibly. Thank you.
Please do not have more than a half ounce of me at a time.
Ounce with ice and water.
That being said, like, it does have a lot of sweetness on it.
True.
Because I feel like the second run barrel pulls just more sugar out of it.
I mean, I'm getting more of like the white oak structure.
Yeah.
It's still very, very inviting, which kind of scares me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the aroma, though. Whoa.
It comes back and bites you.
It does. I'm not a fan of the aroma and finish, but the flavor in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I'm cheating. Doug's hiding his scores even harder now. Okay.
Right?
Kind of close.
We semi follow the algorithm we each know and love.
Yeah, so as all of these things do, we start at the start, which is the aroma. I thought it was inviting. I didn't think it was great. But I did think for what it is very well balanced and bottled. I gave it a 20 out of 30.
I upped it because I felt like its sweetness and the oak was a little bit more inviting. So I gave it a 22 out of 30. Even though knowing that it is hazmat, I'm there like, it didn't hit me as hard. Granted, I also, if you go to the replay, I slow rolled my nose into the mug before actually getting a full heavy hit of the aroma, and the aroma came off with that white oak sweetness that I wasn't expecting from a American light whiskey. But at the same time, I feel like that might have been the wood that they chose.
Yeah, well, it's a Seagram bourbon barrel, so we don't know exactly what it is. It had just a little bit too much proof on the nose. Like last year's smelled way under 139. It was more inviting than this one was. But the flavor was still there.
Incredibly there.
So that's why I gave it a 22 out of 30.
I ended up giving it a 24 out of 30. I felt like the flavor, again, was probably the best part, like you're probably about to say. Yeah. With that finish was, it just disappeared. It was very quick and...
It was like drinking simple syrup mixed with grain alcohol.
Right.
Which is kind of hard to describe or get across, but it was just like over like that too, where it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. I gave it an 18 out of 30 on the finish.
I ended up downgrading it from my initial point, but it is a 20 out of 30 in my mind. I feel like it's right there at the edge of still being in the upper 2/3, just not surpassing it because of how quick the finish disappears. With that, going into buy and recommend, buy out of 5, I gave it a 3 out of 5. If available, I still think I would have a backup bottle of it.
I gave it a 2 out of 5. I definitely already have a backup of it, and I think I'm happy with that backup of it.
Right.
Which would be a 2 out of 5 for me normally. It's definitely one that, like, you let it sit on your shelf for a few years and see what happens with the bottle.
There we go.
You open it up and you share it around. In terms of recommend, I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I feel like with all of the Penelope, I always have to give it a character of doubt that, like, if you're liking Penelope, keep going for Penelope. I know when I go and I do bourbon aficionado night, I usually bring in toasted just because it's something that I can easily find. However, nowadays I'm starting to see the younger Weiser, however you want to define American light whiskey. So it's not like the newest age, but it is the 2 years past, 1 year past, that it's a little easier to find. Price point is still right there between for most people.
I feel like if you can get this at MSRP, I would recommend it. But I also think like you have to be a light whiskey fan.
True.
To like really get into like the older light whiskeys and the hazmat light whiskeys, which is why I gave it the score that I gave it. I still feel like overall it did pretty well.
Right.
Score will be over the bottle as usual. Our individual scores, in case there's any confusion, will be at the end of the video. I'm a little disappointed in this versus last year's.
Right.
I thought last year's just being under hazmat, drank lower proof, had a little bit more flavor, was a little bit smoother overall, versus this year's where it just kind of felt like the proof ran over everything.
Right.
For better or worse. And yeah, I'm looking forward to and interested in the 20-year when it comes out.
Right.
But based off this bottle, I don't know if I'll be like going out and hunting it every single day or whatever.
Right. If you find it, you'll get it. If it's available while you're looking for something else, you'll maybe pick it up. But if it's hey, between this, and this, if it's the only one left, I guess I might try and grab it. But if the other two are still available, like an E.H. Taylor,
It's going to depend on what else drops
you know?
with it. But with that, once again, if you guys really want to help us out, you can like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell to get notified every time we drop a new video or go live over on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
And you can share this with all your bourbon loving and American Light Whiskey loving guys, gals, non-binary pals. It really does help us fight the algorithm monster that exists. Yeah, it's just kind of like disappointing. Kind of a letdown from last year's, but you know, that's what happens. That's why we do these reviews.
Every now and then, something does change.
It does.
Well, with Rickhouse Reviews finishing up for this review, I'm Doug.
I'm Ryan.
We'll look forward to seeing you all next time.
Peace out, guys.
10:45, 10:45.